Oh, good morning. It is, I don't even know what time it is. 7:30. It's been pouring this morning. And I think it's going to rain all day. So I am off today. I was off yesterday. Yesterday was sort of a wash. I don't feel like I accomplished much of anything. But today, the plan for today is I'm going to finish the book I'm currently reading, which is Under a Dancing Star. But I am also planning to get a bunch of things done. I need to drill holes in and sand the last 3 cabinet sides or bookshelf sides. My husband is building a built-in bookshelf in my office for me, and we are almost done with the constructing of like the shelf pieces, and then I have to paint them. Probably won't be doing any painting today because rain and enamel paint sounds like a terrible idea, just because it's going to be really humid, so it will take forever to dry. But so I have to do that. I have to clean my office and several other rooms upstairs. The kitchen needs to be mopped. I need to work out because I didn't do that yesterday or Monday. So I have to get a workout in today. And I also need to fold Grayson's laundry and do my own laundry. So lots of productivity tasks that need to get done today, and finishing that book. I will probably, so what I'm planning on doing is sort of doing like alternate hours of like productivity stuff and reading, although we'll see, because sometimes like 15-minute reading sprints and cleaning sprints works for me. So we'll see how that pans out, but I am going to be reading the book I mentioned before, and then listening to The Silver Sparrow by Tahari Jones, because I am a good portion into that as well. So I won't finish that today by any means, but I can get a good chunk of it listened to. So that's the plan for today. Now I'm going to make some tea, heat up some little apple things. I might make oatmeal later, but we'll see. Tea, which I invariably don't bother to drink actually, because I'm too busy chatting away. Oh, my hair looked real cute yesterday, but I've slept on it up and it doesn't look nearly as cute. I read a chapter in this. I am almost to the halfway point, I think. Yeah, about 20 pages from the halfway point of this, so I'm gonna go change into not my pajamas, and especially because the bottoms of these are wet, because I wore them to drop off the Babbo, and it was pouring, like I said. So I'm gonna change. I finished my tea, which, don't you just love this mug? Have I showed this before? This is a Polish pottery mug from Ceramica Artystyczna. I'm saying that wrong. I'm positive I am. Yeah, it came from Polish Pottery Westlake, but this is one of my favorite patterns. I think it's U111. No, I don't know. I'll put it down below. But random. If you are interested in Polish pottery and you're in the US, Polish Pottery Westlake is having one of their, they do 2 big sales a year. They're doing their 20% off sale, which is like their pre-Christmas sale, or their like technically Black Friday sale, starting Thursday. So I will link their website down below. They have, she puts stuff up on the website. You don't need a code. It's just 20% off. But they also have a Facebook, which I'll link down below. And you can actually just like DM her on Facebook if you're looking for something specific, and they can look and see if they have it. They are specifically, I think like 90% of their pottery is from Ceramica Artystyczna. So they have some of the other factories, like I think they have Vienna, but most of their pottery is from Ceramic Artistyczma. So yes, I am a big fan of Polish pottery. I think I might have talked about this before. I am not Polish. I do not have relatives that are Polish, but my husband's family is part Polish, and we celebrate Christmas with like the Polish traditions, which is how I got into the whole Polish pottery thing, and I just think it's gorgeous. So yeah, yeah, that's it. That's all I was gonna say. I'll link all that down below if you guys are interested at all. And that was a really random sidebar to say that I'm gonna go get changed and I'm gonna come back here and I'm gonna read for another like 20 minutes and see how much further I can get into this. And then it is time to fold Grayson's laundry and clean up my office. I interrupt this cleaning spree to bring you Cat in a paper nest. Hi, bud. Did you build yourself a nest? Huh? Did you build yourself a paper nest? You're so sweet. Well, I did not clean my office at all. I did, however, put in my laundry, or start my laundry. I folded all of Grayson's laundry, including going through and pulling out all of his 6 months clothes, except for what needs to be washed, so his laundry needs to get washed today too. And putting all of his 9-month stuff out. Now you may ask yourself, how is this child 9 months? He's not. He's like 6.5 months. My child is ginormous. We just went to the doctor yesterday for his 6-month checkup, and he weighs 20 pounds and is 29 inches long, or is 28 inches long. My doctor was like, he's a big boy. He's bigger than some 1-year-olds that I see, which was then further proved by the fact that my best friend from college, her daughter is a year old and weighs just slightly more than Grayson and is just an inch longer than Grayson. So my baby is ginormous. He is already in his 9 months clothes. So yeah, he will for sure be wearing 12-month clothes by Christmas. He's a healthy growing boy. So I spent a while doing that, which is great because then in the mornings I don't have to try to pick through and find the right sizes, which was getting really frustrating. So I cleaned all of that out. We need to put his 0 to 3 month, 3 and 3 to 6 month stuff up in the attic. So yeah, it's crazy time. But I did that. I also put all the dishes away and cleaned up all of the stuff in the living room. That room still needs to get vacuumed and mopped today because that room has not been properly cleaned since Grayson was born, because that's the room that like we spent most of our time in when he was little. So it's just, it needs to be handled. So that is on the list today too. It is already 9:30. Where is this day gone? But I am now going to read some of this. I'm probably going to read for 30 minutes-ish. We'll see how far I get in that time. And then I am going to tackle this office because it is a source of stress in that it's a really busy time of the year for me, and like just being constantly surrounded by clutter is not great for my like working mindset. So after I read, that is getting handled. And here we are again. So I am past the halfway mark, page 212. 212. I read a few chapters, and now it's 10 o'clock. I am snacky, so I think I might go downstairs, make a snack, and then vacuum and mop the living room. I know I said I was going to clean my office. I will clean my office. But I'm hungry. So the oven is preheating for pretzels, snacky pretzels. So I am going to cut holes in these boards. Like I said before, see my husband's non-functioning vehicle. Like I said before, we're working on built-in bookshelves, so that is what I'm doing now. This is what I do to sandpaper. I hate sanding things a lot. A lot. I have 2 more boards to go. My hand already hurts and I only did the one. But I have a feeling the oven is probably preheated. So I'm gonna go make my pretzels and eat those. And then I'll either come back and do the other 2 of those or do some cleaning. So I'm making tea because I just remembered that I was going to use today to test my super expensive tea. So like, this does not look super expensive, okay? They need to work on their packaging. But this is from Rare Tea and it's Emperor's Golden Eyebrow. This is the most expensive tea I've ever purchased. It may not be the most expensive tea I've ever had. That's a story for another time. Don't have any idea how much the tea I drank at this when I was in Portland working on a magazine TV show. But out of my own wallet, this is the most expensive tea I've ever purchased. And so I wanted to make sure I had like a time to enjoy it instead of just like letting it get cold because the baby is not letting me drink my tea, or because I'm working furiously. So I'm going to taste this for the first time today, but I am following her directions to a T. So it's 3 grams of this per 70 milliliters of water. And 70 milliliters of water is not a lot. So like if I were to just do one that much, then it would be like a quarter of this cup. So I'm going to do, I think like 3 times that much, something like that. But I'm going to weigh it all out with my food scale. I've got my little measuring cup that I'm going to use to measure out the milliliters, so that we can get it right. So wish me luck. I hope I don't screw this up. I actually changed my mind. I am going to use my Gaiwan. So I've got 3 grams of, bouncing between 2 and 3. Grams of the tea in there, and then I will measure, or I will pour in 70 milliliters of water and let it steep in there. This is supposed to be at 203 or 90 degrees Celsius. So I need to let that cool down a little bit, and then we'll see. And then I've got my little tea bowl for drinking. I also have this that I could also use for tea. This is one of the things, I was going to say that I made at the pottery throwing class I took with my dad in January, which feels like ages ago because like we could go to pottery classes in 2020. But really the teacher fixed my mistake and this is what came out of it. But it looks like it would be a good teacup. I think, so once I can go somewhere again,
I'm going to take like the longer class and try to make my own little like Gaiwan set or something. But waiting for the water to cool down, and then we'll give this a go. Okay, I forgot to turn the camera on when I was actually like pouring the water in, steeping it. But it's got like a really quick steep. And this is what it looks like. So there is one rogue tea leaf in there, but yeah, it's like a beautiful golden color. Ooh, that's good. I'm not going to say it tastes any better than any other tea that I've had, but I'll tell you about this. So I got it from Rare Teas, which Rare Teas is owned by Henrietta, I'm blanking on her last, Lovell. Henrietta Lovell, who wrote the book Infused, which I read at the very beginning of this year, which if you are at all interested in tea, in just like tea in general, tea as a social custom, where tea comes from, understanding just anything about tea, then I would highly recommend that book. That also, if you have a tea drinker in your life, that's an incredible Christmas present because it's one of the most beautiful books about tea that I have ever read. And it's also a beautiful book, like physically. So here is what their website says about this. And again, it's called the Emperor's Golden Eyebrow, also known as Golden Beautiful Eyebrow, and Jinjun Mei, I think is how you pronounce the Chinese name of it. So the tea comes from the forests of Wuishan Nature Preserve in Fujian province of eastern China. From her book, I remember about the nature preserve, it's very limited on how much you can use and grow and cultivate, and it's very specific. So it says this is one of the most precious and rare teas in the world, a black tea made only from tiny spring buds. And then Henrietta Lovell basically says she was incredibly privileged to get the chance to meet Mr. Wen and be able to purchase a little of his most precious craft. She was offered a great deal of money for this tea in Beijing, but brought it home. She wanted you, being basically the layman, to have the chance to taste it if we're ever going to see a revolution take place where people in the West once again appreciate tea like wine and buy and drink it for quality over price. We need access to the very best. This tea has true value. It's utterly delicious. It's definitely delicious, and I'm going to do basically. It says they recommend infusing it up to 6 times. Mr. Wen, who is the master tea roller, it says made this tea 12 times in a row from the same leaf over and over again. Infusions 3 and 7 were the best. So very inelegant. So I'm not one that infuses teas multiple times, mostly because I drink them in like a mug. So I drink them what is called Western style instead of Eastern style, which would be, or traditional, which would be in a gaiwan, in like small quantities like this. But I do hear a lot of people say that subsequent steeps on a tea are even better than the first one. And I would say that this is better than the first steep of this particular tea. So it's interesting because when you do it in small quantities like this, you're getting a, like you're still drinking the same amount of tea over time, but it has a different taste. So I find that really interesting. Like the second steep had kind of a, I don't know, there's something slightly different about it. But I will say that I do like it. And it is, I don't know, it's exciting. Like, this is something that I feel like most people wouldn't necessarily get the opportunity to try. And so I was excited to get to try it. And also, like, I forget how much I love using the Gaiwan. Like, this is a great way to like enjoy and savor teas, because when I'm drinking it out of a mug, I sometimes feel like I'm just like drinking it to drink it. Whereas I feel like using a Gaiwan is like a thoughtful way to like engage with the tea. Am I getting hippy dippy? Am I being weird? I'm being weird, aren't I? It's fine. Well, anyways, I am going to go get my book and probably drink a couple more infusions of this. And then I need to take some Bookstagram pictures. I brought all the books down here to take my wrap up from October and my November TBR pictures, and then I need to take a couple of one-off pictures. So I'll have to brew dummy tea for that. So sometimes I just pick a tea bag out of my tea bag stash and brew it to use for my Bookstagram pictures if I'm not currently drinking a tea, or if I've finished the tea that I'm drinking, which is usually the case. So there is that. So I will update you then. Am I hyped up on entirely too much caffeine now? Yes, I am. Okay, so after I finished my tea and read a little bit more in this, I am now on page 261. Starting to doubt my ability to finish this today, as it is 3:30. I have to leave here to pick up the Babbo around 4:30. So even if I read for this entire hour, I wouldn't finish this. However, I do think that I can get enough read in this that I might be able to finish it before I go to bed tonight. After I finished my tea and finished reading, I took a bunch of Instagram pictures. I've been way overdue to catch up on Instagram reviews, so I haven't reviewed anything that I read in October, so I need to take individual pictures of all of those books. I took my wrap-up picture, my TBR picture. I took a picture of Beekeeper's Apprentice because I had a good idea for that. Took a picture of Animorphs graphic novel, which I'll talk about it more in my Instagram review, but the art style is not good. It's honestly just the book retold in graphic novel, so like all of the actual text is the same as it is in the book, but the art style is bad. Yeah, and I was laughing to my husband that the graphic novel version is much longer than the actual book version, obviously because they have to, it's not just pages of text, it's got a lot of illustration in it. But like the thing that got me about it is that all of the kids, and they're teenagers, and like the thing about Animorphs is it's like a really serious, gritty middle grade that I think is appealing to a lot of kids that age, because it's not just like happy-go-lucky, like it's serious things that these kids are dealing with.
And like all of the characters have these like bulbous red noses and like look really young and just I'm not here for it. So I was not a big fan of the art style. Don't know that I will continue on with them. We'll see. Just sad that it was poorly executed, honestly. But that's not. I'm not even reading that now. I read that like a month ago. Um, but I still haven't cleaned this office. It is an actual disaster. Like, what? I don't think it'll take me that long to clean. Just so, yeah. I guess I'm gonna do that. No, I'm gonna read a little bit first. And then, like, I'll read for like 30 minutes and then get the office cleaned up as best I can. Yeah, and then we'll just go get the baby and call it a day on the vlog. But yeah, we're gonna clean this office before the end of this day. I think it's hilarious how like I will tell you what I'm going to do and then do none of the things that I tell you that I'm gonna do. Anyone else who's watched my vlogs for a while notice that trend? I never do the things I'm gonna tell you. I tell you that I'm gonna do. I still need to put holes in 2 more boards. Definitely don't have time to do that today. So yeah, it's it's just funny how like you can have an entire day off and it just gets away from you. Like I feel like almost every minute of this day was productive, and yet I have so many things that still need to be done. It's just never ending. You can all probably relate to that. But yeah, it's just never ending. Hi, my name is Jenny, and I'm a liar. I didn't do any of the things that I said I was gonna do. Nope, I've just been sitting in this chair, watching people's holiday gift guides. Not reading, not cleaning my office. Just just hanging out. Yeah. I bought Christmas tree cakes at the store, and I ate one after lunch, and like that was like 4 hours ago, and I'm kind of considering eating another one. Should I? Probably no, but I'm probably going to. Oh, look at that. Much cleaner. There's a pile of things that are going downstairs. Tripods are still over there. Probably could put those in the closet. And then this is still kind of a mess. But yeah, much better. At least the area that like I work in is much cleaner. So there's my little ceramic Christmas tree. Hold on. I also got the box out of the garage that's labeled master bedroom tree. And when Justin gets off work, I'm going to ask him to get the master bedroom tree down and bring it to the bedroom so that I can put that up this evening, I think. I think I might put on some Christmas music and put that tree up because time has no meaning, so I can eat Christmas tree cakes and I can put up Christmas decorations the second week of November because that's just the way it is. Anyways, I have read no more additional pages. It is 4:30, so I have to go get my baby. So that's gonna be it for this vlog. I will see you this weekend and let you know where I stand on finishing this book. Because hopefully I will have finished it and moved on to something else by this weekend. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.